This week we continue our work through James, and we're narrowing down, getting into the home stretch, just a few verses to go. This week we're going to be at the end of chapter 4 and the first part of chapter 5, and James addresses people that are judgmental, people that are arrogant in their approach to life, people who have accumulated wealth falsely. And it's interesting because the context that we're going to be looking at this week is in direct contrast to the verses that immediately preceded. The verses about being humble, the verses about submitting ourselves to God, the verses about resisting the devil and drawing near to God, letting him draw near to us. The people that he has described just before that in chapter 4, and now beginning in verse 11 of chapter 4 and into the first portion of chapter 5, are a complete contrast to that humility, to that submissiveness to God, to that wanting and that desire to draw near. We have to wonder, is he talking to us, or is he just talking to a group of people that lived some 2,000 years ago? Is he even talking to Christians? Well, the text calls them brothers. He says, brothers, these are the issues that you're facing. So he is talking to the church. And his tone indicates a level of surprise, or not necessarily surprise, maybe angst in dealing with this. He says, come, you who say. It might be like us saying, come on. Or as the new catchphrase on one show on television, come on, man. Do you really understand what you're doing? Are we really trying to follow God? Or are we out for our own selves? Well, we're going to be discussing this week, and I think it's interesting because we're just days now from the 2012 election. And there's a lot of anxiety about what may happen. And there are people on both sides who are claiming foul play, claiming potential victory, claiming about what the future may hold. And on the backside, there's probably going to be a lot of judgmental statements. There's probably going to be a lot of boasting. And that's the warning that we get from James this week. I hope you'll join us this Sunday as we look at how to persevere through these issues.